Not only is this film exciting to watch, it's entertaining, and it's fun for the family. How's that make you guys feel? How do you like that one?
That was our, you did a very great.
He's speechless.
Yes, see, that's what you do to us.
What would get the audience to come see this film?
I think that's a good question. The reason people should see this film is that they're going to laugh. They're going to laugh a lot.
Well, all the men that have seen it so far, I love it. So I keep trying to talk about the sex, hoping that men will go see it because I tell them there's loads of sex in it.
It's a movie for all ages. This is a movie for everybody.
What's a favorite memory that you have of Martin?
He loved to laugh. He loved to tell jokes. And he enjoyed life.
I always think good movies are movies where like there's two reactions. People love it and they hate it. And the worst is when everyone goes like, it's okay. It's okay. Because it's just so forgettable.
I always felt like when I went to super white bread friends' houses, like bacon. Like everyone always has a fear that they don't fit into somebody else's world. Remember those beautiful popular people? They felt like outsiders too. Or they peaked in high school and they're losers now.
Exactly.
It's the best! It's the best!
At first, you might think that she'd be too big for the film, too big a name.
You know, it's funny, you would think she would be too big for that, but she actually fit right in, and I like the way all the characters just mended together.
Wow, that's great. Thank you. It's really nice. Could you call my mom and just tell her that? That'd be awesome.
You know, the interesting thing about this is that I've become a fan probably within like the last 6 years. And I think what it took the movie for me, the movie Driven, to get me to go into the pit to see all the energy and everything that goes into it. And that's when I got it. I'm like, I get it. I understand it. So after being there and seeing all this stuff, I understand what you guys got to go through. The business side of it, the entertaining side of it, and then the fans. That's got to be interesting for you, especially when it comes to putting everything together.
Where are you from?
Well, originally Connecticut, but I live here now.
Yeah. It's major.
It is, you know, it's a lot more to it behind the scenes that goes on than a lot of people realize is what it takes, and it's like moving a caravan each week, you know, all the people and all of the logistics and everything it takes to get you to the racetrack, you know, airplanes to get the people there and get back, and it's huge.
I think that one of the things that this movie helps relay, and one of the things that I'm glad about, is that it's going to show people a broader scope, and even if people fans just knew about Dale, the race car driver, it's going to show them a lot of other sides to him, and what a broad, you know, range of people and projects and areas that he touched, and a lot of things in the sport that go on as well that people would not have known about or had a chance to know about. His sense of humor, and it's a very inspiring story, which Richard agreed. We talked about how inspiring it was, and you don't necessarily would expect that, but there are a lot of good life lessons to learn just on how to you know, follow your dream and keep a positive attitude and things like that. But besides being inspiring, it's very entertaining.
This is what I call, it has the 4E aspect to it. It's entertaining, it's exciting to watch, it's educational, and it's emotional. That's what makes a good movie. Movie, documentary,
Well
whatever.
said.
And coming from, I'm speaking for those people who aren't NASCAR fans, but who are sort of getting interested in that, what would you say to them? What would make them see this movie?
My opinion would be that it shows a story of a young man that had come up with a humble background, that had a dream and something that he wanted to really accomplish in his life, and the sacrifices that goes along with this sport, and to be able to reach the top of his game and to be able to win the races and the championships and the things that he did through his career. It all wasn't easy, but he sure become an American hero.
When you think of a favorite memory, and the reason I asked this question, I asked Coretta Scott King this about what's a favorite memory you have of yours of Martin Luther King? And for me, it's sort of like sitting here with you in the same realm because of all the fans that are Intimidator fans.
Yeah.
What's a favorite memory of yours when you think of Dale?
Well, and again, that's another great thing about why to go see the movie, because it focuses on how Dale had so much fun with his Intimidator persona. He loved to see how far he could go with people before they realized that he wasn't serious, he was really just having fun with them. And specifically, there's a piece in the movie where Dale loved being outdoors, and he was doing an interview with the media on a fishing boat. And Dale was driving. I think there was only room for like 2 people because it was a fast boat. They were going fast and they hit a wake. The expensive camera that the cameraman, who's also the person doing the interview, goes up in the air, and he, how he has to rescue this camera is very entertaining. And things like that, Dale would just see how far, he could go with people. So my memories and favorite memories are just watching Dale relate to people and enjoy his relationships and have fun with them and draw out a deeper connection with people, because when you force someone to get out of their comfort zone and they're not quite sure what's going on, but then they finally realize, oh, well, it's okay, this is good, and it's fun, then it gives people a good emotional fix, kind of, and it goes back to what you were saying. It's the movie's exciting, it's emotional, it's fun.
Glass of wine, as you would say, I guess, when you two would get together and drink?
Yeah, we would, we'd have us a glass of wine and talk, and at night, he would call me up. That was one of my favorite deals. Sometime, he'd call me and say, I know you haven't finished that glass of wine, so let's get it and let's talk a while. Or I would call him, and we would talk about, a lot of things, from racing to whatever. We could confide in each other, and that's the kind of friendship we had, and it's very special, and special memories. Winning the Daytona 500 with Dale was very special, and in the film you'll see how much that meant to him, and meant to all of us, but for him to win it and us to be a part of it was very special.